Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this journey of mastering relaxation. Today's yoga stretch sequence is for anxiety. Meet your body and your mind where it is today. Use any props that you feel that you may need. I will be using yoga blocks. You could feel free to skip any of the postures if it doesn't serve your body. You can modify or take a different variation. Remember, your body is the guru. Honor and listen to it. Let's begin our practice in easy seated pose, sitting up on a block, a bolster, or a blanket. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling, sighing it out through the mouth. Release any controlled breathing and breathe normally. How are you breathing in this moment? Without any judgment or criticism, just being an observer of your state of mind and the state of the body. As thoughts come into the mind, don't judge it or criticize, just let them float in and float out. As you breathe, relax the hips and begin to relax the shoulders, the body, and the face. You can stay up on your prop or remove your prop and set it off to the side. Sit up nice and tall and grow tall through the spine as you inhale and sweep the arms up overhead. Palms come to touch. Exhale to spinal twist over to the left. Use your inhalations to grow tall through the spine. Draw the shoulders down and exhale. Look over to the left or the left back corner of the room. Inhale to release, arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, spinal twist to the right. Draw your shoulders down and your heart forward. Use your exhalations to see if you can twist a little bit deeper from your abdomen area. Inhale, release, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips to melt forward in a seated forward fold. Send the heart forward, maintain a flat back, relax the knees down. Inhale, bring the body upright, then walk the hands over to the right. And then exhale, fold forward, sending the chest over towards the right knee. Feel the stretch in the lower back on the left side. Inhale to release, walk the hands through center, and stretch over towards the left, sending the heart center over towards the left knee. Take an inhale to release. Lean back and switch the cross of the legs. The opposite shin is in the front now. Ground through the hips as you inhale the arms up overhead. Spinal twist over to the right. If you want to move deeper into your spinal twist, take the right hand to the inner left hip, taking a bind. And then you can also drop the left ear towards the left shoulder, stretching into the right side of the neck. Take an inhale to release. Bring the head upright first if you were in the neck stretch. Unravel the body and sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale to spinal twist over to the left, taking a bind with the left hand to the right hip if you want to move deeper. If you want to get a stretch into the neck, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Sitting up nice and tall, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Gently release, sweep the arms up overhead. Hinge from the hips, rooting down through the hips and the legs to fold forward. Draw the shoulders back and down. To take the stretch into the lower back, we'll come upright, turning the chest over towards the left knee and then folding over towards the left knee. Make sure to stay rooted down through the right hip and the right knee. Inhale to walk the hands back. Let's move over to the right side. Use your inhalation to grow the spine long. Exhale, folding over towards the right knee. Inhale, coming back upright. Let's come over the legs and find our way into tabletop position. Stack the knees right under the hips. The knees are hips distance apart. Spread the fingers wide with the wrists right under the shoulders. Take an inhale. Tilt the tailbone up. Send the heart forward and the shoulders back. Exhale, round through the back, belly button towards your spine. Inhale, dip the belly down low, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale to push into the ground, round the back. Move through a few more cat-cows at your own pace. Link your breath with the movement. Feel the different areas of your spine. Release your cat-cow. Keep the hips stacked right over the knees. Walk the hands forward, Melt the heart down and the forehead to come down to the ground or on a block or a blanket. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Slightly engage the abdomen. Keep a nice flat back. Engage your abs even more. Push into the hands to release puppy pose. Roll the spine forward and let's come into some somatic movement. Somatic movement is intuitively moving your body in a way that feels good, that feels healing. Maybe you want to wave the spine back and forth and follow me, or take the hips into circles. What type of movement is your body calling for at this moment? Maybe it's to move into the hips. Maybe the upper body needs more of your attention. Maybe it's some neck movement. Intuitively move your body. So it may feel weird or look funny, but it's what the body needs and is calling for. So tap into that intuitive knowledge and wisdom that the body holds and just move the body in a safe, healing way. We're going to come to tabletop position, releasing our somatic movements. Spread the fingers nice and wide, tuck the back toes under. When you find your next exhalation, push into the palms of the hands. Send the hips up and back. Send your heart center towards your upper thighs, and you could begin to pedal out the legs, stretching into the back body. And if you want to move into the side body, you can drop the heels over towards the left. And then coming back through center and then taking both of the heels over towards the right. Putting a little bend in the knee to feel the stretch in the left side of the body. Use an inhalation and step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand, coming into lizard. And you can bring blocks under the hands. Square the hips off, right hip back, left hip forward. And then softly bring down the left knee, untuck the left toes. To move deeper into lizard, you can bring your forearms down onto your blocks or onto the ground. Sink the hips down, send the heart forward, keep a flat back. We're going to release lizard pose. Set your blocks off to the side. Let's move into Shiva's couch. Place the left hand at the top left corner of your mat and come onto the left pinky toe edge of the left foot, lifting the left leg as if in side plank. Right toes face the right. Push the right knee away and dip the hips down low. Inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips, stretch the right arm up overhead. Exhale to come down, sinking the hips down. Twice more. Release and come back to center. Heel toe the right foot in between the hands for high lunge. You can also use blocks here. Inhale as you sink the hips down low. Right knee is stacked right over the right ankle. And then exhale, push the hips back, coming into pyramid pose. Straighten the right leg. Inhale forward for high lunge, shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, push the hands into the blocks and the hips back for pyramid. Inhaling forward. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Take that flow 2 more times. And then when you exhale into pyramid, hold in pyramid for a few breaths. Release pyramid pose and bring the feet so that they're parallel to one another and to the front and back edge of the mat. Keep a soft bend in the knee if the hamstrings are tight. Inhale, push into the ground, lengthen your back. Exhale to hinge and fold forward. Inhale, and then exhale, release the back. One more time. Exhale to fold forward and stay. Feel the release in your lower back. Soften your shoulders and release the neck and head. Push it to the ground, come up halfway. Exhale, walk back over towards the right leg, coming into high lunge. Then just step the right leg back for downward facing dog. Let's move to the second side. Step the left forward to the outside of the left hand, coming into lizard pose. Place the right knee down, untuck the right toes, sink the hips down, and come down onto your forearms if you took that on the opposite side. Let's prepare for Shiva's couch. Set your blocks off to the side and bring the right hand to the right top corner of your mat. Come onto the right pinky toe edge of your foot. Turn the left toes over towards the left. Sink the hips down low. On an inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips, draw the left arm up overhead. Exhale to sink the hips down. Inhale, draw the left arm up overhead, hips high. And then exhale. Take this flow 2 more times. Release and come back into your high lunge. Heel toe the left hand in between the hands, placing blocks under the hands if needed. Inhale forward into your high lunge. And then exhale, push the hips back for pyramid pose. Inhale forward. Exhale, pyramid pose. Take that flow 2 more times. And then we're going to hold it here in pyramid. Draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. Keep a soft bend in the left knee. And we're going to release and come into our wide-legged forward fold. Bring the feet parallel, take the legs out wide. Take a moment to inhale, come up halfway and lengthen your back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, push into the ground, lengthen the back. Exhale to fold forward. One more time. hamstrings are tight, you can always keep a soft bend in the knees. If you want to move a little bit deeper into the shoulders, interlace the fingers, making a fist behind the back. Draw the fist forward towards the head. Release, come up halfway. Walk the hands forward to the front of your mat and just step back into plank pose. And then you release the body to come down onto the stomach. Let's take Sphinx pose. Grab a hold of opposite elbows to make sure that the elbows are shoulders distance apart, and then bring your fingers and your hands forward. Energetically pull the forearms and elbows back towards the hips to send the chest forward. Open up the front of the chest and draw the shoulders down. Loosen the hips, make sure you're not clenching in the legs or the buttocks. We're going to release Sphinx pose, push up and come onto all fours. Take the knees wide. You'll check in with the hips and see how wide you can take the knees. We're going to move into frog pose. Make sure that your knees and your ankles are aligned and that you're flexing your toes towards the knees. And you can stay upright, pushing the hips back, or come down onto your forearms. You can invite some mobility into the hips to see where they are by moving forward and then exhaling the hips back. And then we'll just hold in stillness and breathe. Pushing into the forearms, breathing into the hips, keeping a nice flat back. Use your inhalation to gently release. Just take a moment, move the hips from side to side. And then bring the big toes together to touch. Take the knees out wide. And move the spine side to side as we melt our way down into child's pose. You can always rest a block or a blanket under the forehead if needed. But relax the upper back, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and send your chest center towards the ground. Soften the hips. Release and roll your way up to come to sit on your calves in hero's pose. Take a moment to center yourself as we end our practice. Feel the difference in the body from when you started your practice. take a deep inhalation and sweep the arms out, around, and up. Touch the palms up overhead and land the palms right at the forehead as a reminder that you are the master of your Zen. Palms come to rest at the lips as a reminder to communicate our truth with authenticity and kindness. Palms rest at the heart center as a reminder to know thyself and love thyself. Thank you for practicing with me. Peace and ease to you. If you enjoyed this session and it helped you, please share it with someone that it can help. Subscribe, like the video so that it will circulate, and hit that notification bell so you'll be aware of when I post. Until next time.